On Days of Our Lives Today, Chloe admits her affections to Philip, Xander and Sarah argue, Harris and Alva discover a crumb of information, and Wendy and Tripp reach a significant milestone in their relationship. Tripp arrives at Wendy's house after a long shift. Since EJ fired her for looking through his phone, she is actively looking for work. While Tripp takes responsibility for sending Rafe and Jada after Ava and Harris, she laments the fact that she hasn't even found anything. Wendy believes Rafe warned him that if he didn't provide their whereabouts, he would be arrested. Hedges that Tripp. He denies Rafe's threat to send Trask after her before Wendy presses him further. Wendy questions his decision to pick her over his mother. "Because I'm in love with you," Tripp replies. Tripp informs Wendy, who is in a state of shock, that he has been intending to say that for a while, but he knows from past interactions that she might not respond. He is reassured by Wendy that Allie's silence does not necessarily indicate that she will do the same. In actuality, she can assure him that it won't. Wendy responds, "I love you too, Tripp." "I love you," you said. He gets drawn into a passionate kiss by her. Rafe and Jada enter a London hotel room with their pistols drawn but discover it is empty. Jada discovers Ava and Harris forged passports as they are looking. Rafe anticipates that they will ultimately return for them and that they will be prepared. Harris tries to reassure Ava at a cafe as she worries that someone will notice them. Ava also questions why Susan hasn't given them any other signs. Harris discovers crumbs in the shape of the letter E on his pastry dish as she shouts out for Susan. He believes it to be Susan's way of saying hello. A doubtful "what does it mean?" Ava wonders. Although Harris is unsure as of now, he believes it will be simple to connect the links. Ava catches him having fun. He says, meeting her eyes, "I like doing puzzles with a friend." Rafe makes a flirtatious phone call to Tripp as Jada, and he discuss why Ava and Harris are in London. He makes up the fact that Ava and Harris are detained. Tripp blatantly states that they rushed to London to look for Susan. Rafe cheerfully admits he lied to Tripp about Ava after he has finished explaining everything, then hangs up. Jada expresses skepticism about Susan being alive, but Rafe counters that it's common in Salem for the dead to come back to life. Harris returns the waiter's phone to the table after he has paid the bill. He uses the letter E and Susan's name to search. He seemed to have lost it in Ava's eyes. Ava flippantly advises he add the word crumbs to the search once it is unsuccessful. Harris looks at the figures and says, "Holy cow." He displays Susan and Edmund P. Crumb's long-ago wedding notice to her. Philip visits Chloe at her flat to see how she is doing. She acknowledges that she isn't fine, but she will. She finds out that Philip and Sarah were wed, but she also confirms that her wedding to Xander is cancelled. Philip apologizes profusely. He is aware of her genuine concern for him. She sobs as she claims that their relationship was genuine, but that she was aware of his unresolved love for Sarah. She believes Philip is knowledgeable about that. How much of his talk with Rex did she hear, he inquires. She acknowledges that she heard enough to infer that he still might be in love with her. Promises Chloe that he didn't want her to know. He is aware that she will never again love him after what happened with Brady. Chloe isn't entirely certain of that. She lost a piece of herself when she believed he had passed away, but it wasn't until he got back that she realized it. She can't pretend that the part of her that once loved him doesn't still exist, since it has come back to life. Since she was 16 years old, it has existed and will continue to exist. It gets stronger the more time she spends with him. Philip queries, "Are you saying you still have feelings for me?" He prevents her from responding. He does not want her to say anything out of emotion that she may later regret. She assures him that this is not a reactionary response to Xander. She's been experiencing these emotions for some time, and she can see how much Philip has changed. After promising to be there for her constantly, Philip departs. Xander demands to know how Sarah could pass off his child as Rex is outside the pub. She reminds him that they similarly treated Eric. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.